1 in 3. This is how many women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Let me put that in perspective for you. We have 18 females in our communications class this semester. That means out of those 18 females, 6 could experience domestic violence in their life. So what is domestic violence? What are the warning signs? How can these people get help? Well, domestic violence is defined by the legal dictionary as any abusive, violent, coercive, forceful, or threatening act or word inflicted by one member of a family or household onto another. So this does not only apply to women. Men can be abused as well. I'd also like to place emphasis on the word or, act or word. People hear the word abuse and instantly think physical, but there are many different types. There's emotional, mental, verbal. So we're not just talking about the physical abuse. A lot of people ask, how come people don't just leave? It's really not that simple. Abuse is a cycle. Everything I'm holding right here represents a stage in that cycle. It starts off with the honeymoon phase. This is where the abuser makes the person fall in love with them. They give gifts. They make the person feel really good. The second is the tension stage. This is where the person walks on eggshells. Hence, this is an eggshell. And this is where the threats happen. The next stage is where the actual act of violence happens. Then, like I said, it's a cycle, so it starts all over. They say, I'm sorry, they give more gifts, and this confuses the victim because they say in their mind, he must really love me, or she must really love me, because they gave me flowers, they're telling me that they're going to change and that they love me. And this is where it gets really confusing, but then it starts all over. You see, it takes an average of 7 times for a victim to leave and come back to their abuser before they leave for good. So, what are the warning signs? To the outside world, they look like the perfect couple. They're really affectionate and they just love that person. And a lot of people actually get jealous of this relationship because they only see the show that this abuser is putting on. And a lot of the times they do this just so if the victim speaks out to one of their friends are going to be confused because they didn't see that abusive side. But behind closed doors, it's a different story. Behind closed doors, they're extremely controlling. They control finances. They will check receipts to see where this person's been and what they've purchased. A lot of the times, victims aren't even allowed access to money. They're not allowed access to a car. They move a lot. And this is a way that the abuser isolates. They will actually isolate their victim from friends and family, and when they move, they say it's to get a brand new start. But really it's a way that they can get the victim away from people. Another is the victim will change how they dress, change how they look, because they don't want to do anything that would upset the abuser. Because like I said, they're always walking on eggshells. They, in their minds, think, if I do this or if I don't do that, then he's not going to hurt me. But the abuser makes them think that it's all their fault. So what can we do to help? Where can they go? There's treatment centers they can go to for help. There's shelters that they can go to and be protected from their abuser. There's hotlines they can call for help. If they're in immediate danger, there's 911 and they will come help. So there's lots of things where people can turn to. They don't have to be the 1 in 3, and neither did any of us.